Okay, we're going to go ahead and finish this and show you how to save it as a JPEG. When we're working in Photoshop, as soon as we create a canvas to work on and we save that, and we start adding layers to it, it makes it a Photoshop file, and it's referred to as a PSD file. And so when we go to turn it in, though, it needs to be a JPEG file. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, one good thing about it being a PSD file or a Photoshop file is that we have all these layers, which we always want to keep those. We never want to lose those. That's why I put a working copy here, because I know that one has all my layers, and especially if it's a PSD. So I want to be careful not to ever lose those layers and always have a working copy. That way I can go in at any time and change anything that I need to change. Say I didn't like that graphic, or I wanted a different picture of myself, or I misspelled something on the text. I can go in there and fix that as long as it's a PSD file and they're all in different layers here. And so you'll notice that they're in layers. Now when I go to save it as a JPEG, I'm going to go File, Save As, and then it's going to take me to a folder where I can save it. And again, you guys are going to be on your home drive, and so I don't really want to save it to mine, but I'll just show you. Say I'm going to create a folder in here, right mouse click, and you guys should already have a folder for the PhotoPass, but I'm going to put a PhotoPass folder here just so you know how we're going to save it. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up, and let's say I was going to save this here, and I wanted it to be a JPEG. Well, when it becomes a JPEG, I need to get this so you can see it a little bit better. When it's a JPEG here, what I need to do is I need to change the file type here, and I need to change it to a JPEG. So that's how you do it, is right underneath the file name. It has all these options of different types of files, and what I want is the JPEG. And then I don't want this one to have working copy on it because it's my final. And so I'm going to go ahead and go Save, and then I go OK. Now what I've done is I've saved that as a JPEG to my home drive. Now the thing you need to be careful of is if I go here and I want to close this, it's going to ask me if I want to save it, and I need to make sure that I say no, because if you save it, what you're doing is you're going to lose all of your layers, and so you don't want that. And so this hasn't been saved yet, so I'm going to go ahead and save it. I'm going to go Save As. It's a PSD file, and I'm going to go ahead and go Save because it's going in that PhotoPass folder, and I'm going to go OK. Now, so it's there. So if I go to close this, that's good. Now, let me just show you what those files look like if I was going to open them. When you turn it into JPEG, it's going to look like this with this little icon here. If it's a PSD file, you're going to see that it's going to have this Photoshop icon on it. And we don't want to turn those in because Mr. Shields will just delete those if he sees them. And so we want to make sure this is the one that has all of our layers on it, and this is the one that is the JPEG that we're going to be turning in. Okay?